If you are someone who is feeling a little bit lost and not having a sense of direction, unsure which direction you want to take your life, you feel as if you're in a funk, you're feeling as if your mind is a little bit foggy, or if you are someone that believes that one of the scariest things to do is to meet the person that you could have been when it's too late, then this is for you. Most people in this life, they never tap into their full potential because they get caught up in worldly desires. They don't have the discipline, they don't have the self-mastery, or they just don't have the knowledge needed to level up and to take them to that level. They never have the discipline to cut the noise and lock in. And sometimes all we have to do in life to get that full clarity back on what we need to be focused on, what we need to be working on, we just need to return to the basics. And one of the easiest ways to do that is through something that we're going to be covering today, which you guys have probably heard a lot of people talk about, and that is monk mode. So what is monk mode? Monk mode is extreme focus, discipline, and self-mastery. It's cutting out the BS, eliminating distractions, and forcing yourself into a system of non-negotiable habits that move you towards your goals. No more, maybe I'll do it. You either do it or you don't. Monk mode is not about balance. It's about obsession with growth. It's not just about grinding. It's about becoming the highest version of yourself. It's about discipline over feelings, because let's be real. If you did what you felt like every day, you would be broke, sad, weak, and stuck in your bed playing around with your little body like a little boy or a little girl that you are. And so monk mode has been going down in multiple different history books already and there's a lot of stories of monks throughout history that would go into a cave for months at a time, years at a time, and then come out with these profound downloads. They're leveled up humans. They have these crazy breakthroughs. And essentially what monk mode is exactly what we said earlier: cutting out the noise, cutting out the BS, and holding yourself accountable to get shit done. And so, to keep it in simple terms, I'm going to give you guys the monk mode blueprint, and I guarantee you that if you guys are ever in a situation in life where you're not sure what direction you want to take things, what you want to be focused on, what you need to be working on, or you just don't even know what's going on anymore, then I guarantee you that if you return to these basics that we're going to cover right here, you're going to have all of the clarity, all of the answers that you need to start working towards your highest potential self, to find who that person is, to mold yourself into that person. Because at the end of the day, it's not the money we make, it's not all the stuff that we acquire, it's the person that we become. And holding yourself to the strict regime that we're about to cover, it's going to bring you up to that level. So let's dive in. What monk mode is. This is literally, you can do this in increments of a week, 14 days, a month, a few months. The monk mode that I'm going to be in right now at the time of this recording is literally day one of my 30-day monk mode challenge, and I'm going to reach you guys the things that I'm going to be going through. And obviously in other videos you're going to see me documenting my whole monk mode journey and how I'm going throughout all of it, how I'm handling it, how I'm fighting temptations, because we're all human. Even though, you know, we are trying to become alpha humans and we're training hard, we're working hard, we're holding ourselves to a different level, it's still hard sometimes, guys. So it's not easy, but I guarantee you that if you put yourself through this for whatever time frame, you're going to come out on top. And so the first thing I'm going to read off to you guys is the monk mode rules. Rule number 1. And by the way, guys, what I want to tell you, these monk mode rules, the way you come up with these is you first have to really decide what you want out of life, what you want to achieve out of this time frame. I'm going to keep it very simple terms. Let's say that your goal is to finish one book in this monk mode series, whatever it may be. You should be reading a book a month right now, bare minimum, anyone watching this. But if, let's say your monk mode goal is to finish one book, then one of the non-negotiables would be to read 10 pages per day, because you know that at the end of the 30 days, you would have finished that whole book, or whatever the situation may be. So keep that in mind as we go through these goals, because everyone's goals are different, and depending on what you're trying to achieve, you're going to have your own inputs that are going to get you towards those outputs that you came up with in the beginning. And you're going to track those inputs through a tracker and everything that you will see and get the link to and everything. So my rules that we made was 20K profit. The money game is a must. And that's honestly one of the biggest goals that we put towards, that we put on top of all of our monk mode challenges, and that's the financial goals. We keep a profit just because growth is a little bit of, what's a word for misleading figure, especially nowadays. I'm guilty of it myself. You could be collecting hundreds of thousands of dollars and then making $1,000 or $2,000 profit. So profit is very crucial. And so the profit goal we put down is 20K profit for this 30 days. Major rule number 1, no fapping. That means no videos, no cucking yourself, no playing with yourself, no edging with yourself. Nothing bad. You got to desexualize your mind. Cut it out. Cut out that negative energy. Jesus is not doing this stuff. You don't need to be doing it. Just try it. We'll make a whole other video on no fap later. But that's the second rule after the 20K profit. No fapping. Second one is no weed. So no weed fogs up your mind. I know you're going to say it makes you creative. It makes you more powerful. I'm craving it right now. I'm not even going to lie. But hold yourself off for 30 days. Enjoy a nice little one at the end where you can relax. Maybe you don't even want it afterwards, but you need to have that mental clarity. You need to have that peace of mind. You don't need all that extra stuff. Cutting out the weed. Fourth, no smoking at all. No cigarettes, no vaping, no zinning, no nicotine, no nothing. No alcohol. So you're not drinking, you're not smoking, you're not fapping, and you're making money already. The next one, read one book. Not just read, but track the pages daily. So on this live tracker we're going to show you here in a second, this is key. You want to track all your inputs. You want to track how much money you're making. You want to track how many pages you're reading. But by the time of whatever that time frame is, I'm doing 30-day increments. I recommend everyone does 21 to 30 days. You're going to read one book. Wake up at 6 a.m. If you can do earlier, great. And if you can do the 7 days a week, great. If not, do a bare minimum of 5 out of 7 days per week, Monday through Friday at least. But you need to get up. Obviously, sometimes people are working night shifts. If you can make it around your schedule, you want to get an early jump on the day, get some cardio when you guys know about the morning routine and everything on this channel. But the early morning wake up is key. One of my goals is to grow on YouTube and grow up my personal brand. So one of the things that I put on here, for example, is 2 YouTube videos per week. So per week, I am going to be trying to post these. And if I don't, I lose the challenge. I got to pay whoever I'm doing it with, the penalty fee, whatever it may be. I'm trying to grow up my personal brand. So I'm also doing 1 daily post on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram every single day. You got to force yourself. Action creates clarity. So you're going to discover a lot about yourself as you go through all of this stuff. The next one is memorize 4 Bible verses. I'm trying to connect with the Creator. I'm trying to not just grow financially and spirit or physically. I'm also trying to grow my spiritual relationship and grow my connection with the Creator and with the higher powers. And so this is a small step towards a big mission, and that is just memorizing 4 Bible verses. And from your previous monk modes, you want to recite the old ones as well. So you just have this list that keeps building up in the background. The next one is hire one coach. This could be a consulting call. It could be working with a coach. It could be getting into a program. But you want to keep learning. The day you stop learning is the day that you die. And so one of the things that we made sure to include in this monk mode is we want to hire a coach that's going to open up our mind to new things, unlock new levels for us. This time around, I'm going to try to find a mentor that's doing 7 figures a month. My last mentor, he was doing about $350K a month that I hired on the last round. And he opened up my mind to things I didn't even think about. He gave me a lot of golden nuggets. I'm still working with him. I got actually a working relationship where now he's sending us some clients for our businesses. And you just need to work with mentors to unlock doors that you didn't even know were possible. Just think about it. Wherever you are in your world, you probably know something that someone doesn't know, and you could save them a lot of time by telling them what you know that they don't know that you went through years to find out. So just think about it that way, and then find a mentor that's doing what you're doing. And that's one of the things in monk mode. You want to get someone that's going to help you level up and coach you to that level. Daily morning and night prayer. This is another non-negotiable that you want to do. So this is already part of the morning and night routine, as you guys know. But you want to make sure to hold yourself accountable and actually do it every day. I actually track this on the tracker as well. The next one is 10-minute meditation daily, which Could be followed by the prayer meditation. At any point of the day, whenever you do it, you just need to do it. This is non-negotiables. You're not going to be trying to get out of this. You're doing this every single day, or you lose and restart the whole thing, and you have to do the penalties that you set up in place. Daily affirmations, these are things like I'm so grateful and thankful that I am making $100,000 profit per month, and I have $50,000 per quarter. I'm so grateful and thankful that God blessed me with such an amazing family and friends. I'm so grateful and thankful that I'm working with industry leaders. You're just going to do that. What I like to do is every month, I like to write down a list of them for the month, and I'll literally read it every single day and night out loud, really feel that emotion, feel that gratitude, feel those chemicals in my body and the energy and the life force around me start connecting and start putting these things out into the universe. Daily visualization, this can be connected to the meditation if you want. But you want to visualize that future self. You want to visualize that future life. You want to already let your mind start making those synaptic connections and putting those new visions implanted in your mind to know that it's possible, so that the world around you can start materializing and making these things come into fruition for you. 6 workouts per week, Monday through Friday or Monday through Saturday. 6 workouts per week. This is lifting. This is cardio. This is martial arts. As you know, my routine, which we're going to make a video on as well, Monday, Wednesday, Friday is push-pull legs. Tuesdays and Thursday and Saturday, well, Tuesdays and Thursday, I'm doing martial arts or basketball or some sort of form of cardio, a Gladdo body circuit, on top of doing a mile to a mile and a half every single morning as well, Monday through Sunday. You guys know that's going on daily. So on top of the cardio that you're already going to be doing, you're also going to be putting in these 6 workouts a week. 3 of them I recommend making lifting, 2 of them doing martial arts and some sort of form of Gladdo body circuit. And then Saturday I do a little bit of yoga, smash my legs a little bit with my mother, sauna, etc. Sunday, reset, massage, etc. And so guys, one thing I want to let you guys know, you don't just set goals, you build systems to make them happen. And here is how we're structuring it. First of all, you want to track the inputs every single day that are going to help get you there. So if you want to make 20K profit, then your daily revenue tracker, you're going to be tracking not just the revenue that you're making, but also whatever those inputs are that it's going to be to get you there. If it's running ads, then you want to spend $100 minimum per day. If it's sending DMs to get clients, you want to be tracking how many DMs you're sending and then do a minimum of 10 to 100 per day. Want to finish one book, how many pages per day? Want to hit a certain body weight, how many workouts per day, how much protein do you have to eat? Whatever these are, you want to reverse engineer those inputs and then track them daily and then make sure that you do them every single day. That's the biggest part. It's a recipe. You got to do all the things for it to come together. Now, there's a lot of benefits of doing all of this, but there's some cons too that you got to hold yourself accountable to. I recommend doing it with someone and putting a money figure on it. This 30-day monk mode challenge, Trey, my best friend Trey Colley, and you guys already know him, we're doing a 30-day challenge, and if we lose, we're doing a $1,500 penalty, which is pretty relative to the 20K profit. And obviously, our last monk mode, we did a $1,000 penalty, and it was less profit, everything. So now we bumped everything up. The next one's going to be even crazier. I mean, we're talking about 6-figure profits within 90 days type of things, which I'm excited for. And that's what I'm learning through these things, is the power of the mind is crazy. But if you go through all of this, guys, you guys are going to have so many different breakthroughs, so many different things happen in your life. You're going to have insane mental clarity. You're going to have superhuman productivity. I mean, no wasted days, no lazy Sundays. You're going to be moving with intention. Your discipline and your confidence is going to be through the roof. And overall, you're just going to be vibrating at a crazy level. Now, all I can say is, guys, if you really want to level up and you watched all the way through to the end, then I guarantee you that if you hold yourself to these non-negotiables that I went over just in here and then made a few of your own, you guys are not going to lose. So lock in and make it so that when you see that person that you could have been, you are that person, if not better. Because do not waste the potential that God gave you guys. So come and get it. Put in that work. Figure out what you want in life. Reverse engineer it. And for the next 30 days, lock the F in. Let's get it, guys and girls. I'm about to go actually smash some basketball. And I'm excited to see you guys in the next video. And I hope that this helped you guys.